Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan. So, Superman and Lois surprised fans around the world last year with a compelling story, great characters, and just overall one of the best shows that the CW has ever produced. Shocking, most people have gotten used to the CW being synonymous with utter shit. And as happens with a lot of these good one-off shows, their season 2 really take a nosedive and just go down the political rabbit hole that their similar shows have fallen prey to, like The Boys, for example. That season 1 was incredible, just destroyed everyone's expectations for a show like that. And then season 2 was alright, but it doubled down a lot more on the political aspect. So the release of Superman and Lois season 2 was a hopeful skepticism when it came to that release. Are they going to go down the rabbit hole of identity politics? Are they going to focus more on the political aspect of it versus the character and story that made season 1 so compelling? And as someone who really enjoyed season 1, I just haven't gotten around to season 2 yet, but I've heard some really good things about it, so I'm definitely going to check it out at some point. Well, we got this article here from CBR claiming that Superman and Lois's LGBTQ arc gets off to the worst possible start. And if they're saying it's the worst, Access Media CBR, I'm thinking it was actually, best possible start. When it comes to their disclaimers, it's usually the opposite of what they're saying when it comes to situations like this. But let's take a look. This article and this video do contain spoilers for Superman and Lois Season 2, Episode 2, The Ties That Bind Us. I don't know if anyone's watched it, but if you're interested in not getting spoiled, click off now and come back later. Superman and Lois stunned fans by having Sarah quickly end her relationship with Jordan Kent as season 2 began. And I'm not really that opposed to that. I didn't really like those actors' chemistry. It was a cool arc for Jordan to go through over the course of the first season, but they both needed to evolve separately from each other just because they just weren't great together, in my opinion. And that's just very much my own opinion, not really based in any sort of logical argument, just kind of how I felt about the situation. So, like, that decision doesn't really bother me. However, rather than kissing a guy at the camp, Sarah admitted it was a female friend. So they don't really go into a whole lot of detail there, but apparently they broke up because Sarah cheated on him at a camp. And they decided to make her kiss a girl instead of a guy. And it's like, she's bi now, but they didn't make a big deal out of it. What are we supposed to think? CBR is just really confused. It's like, bi, good. Fuss, bad. And they're just like children when it comes to conversations like this. When it comes to normalizing, I hate using that word in this context, but normalizing gay relationships in film and television, I think this is definitely a good route to go, where you're literally acting like it's not a big deal. Literally just like, yeah, I kissed a girl. And not being like, I am like going through a sexual awakening and I think I love pussy now. Having a whole episode based on that, like other shows, like that's literally what Batwoman is like. I'm like so gaysies. That's why I'm goodsies, because I'm gaysies. It's like, no, you're an idiot. That has nothing to do with you being gay or not. You're just an idiot. So I do actually like what I hear about Superman and Lois, in that it's just like, yeah, she kissed a girl, so. But CBR, of course, didn't like that. Now, Sarah's bisexuality is most welcome in Smallville. As Smallville didn't touch on much diversity, not to mention in the comics. John Kent recently came out as bisexual. Of course, they're going to go for that route. It's like, the previous show wasn't diverse, so good, but no big deal, so bad. And yeah, with John Kent recently coming out as bisexual, they fully probably expected the show's version of Jonathan Kent to come out as bi or gay as well to make up for that situation. And a woke director could have easily gone in that route, because Jonathan is going on quite a character evolution and arc over the course of the first season, from, snotty, cool kid to, loving brother and really average kid. And that was a compelling arc for him. And so they could have just slapped on, you know what, I want dick now as the end of that character journey. And I really appreciate that they didn't, because there's a lot more complexities to a situation like that. They act like being gay is the end of a character arc, or the culmination of a character is being gay or finding out that they're gay. It's like, no, that is a character attribute. That is not a character destination. Unless it's a movie specifically about that, which can be the case, but would be very rare and not be a common character arc. It helps with the up the representation factor and the overall sense of equality for those who want to see themselves on TV and on the big screen. Not every show has to be diverse. Not every show has to appeal to everyone. If you want a show that you can wholly see yourself in, go watch Batwoman. It's okay to have a white-oriented show, and it's okay to have a black-oriented show. It's okay to have a straight-oriented show, and it's okay to have a gay-oriented show. But for the CBR, it's like, it has to be all gaysies and all blacksies, or you badsies. But the problem here is Sarah's arc is treated like a throwaway incident rather than a watershed moment. Yeah, it wasn't a watershed moment. She had more important character arcs and character situations to go through that didn't have anything to do with this sexuality change or revelation, per se. There's more important things to go on. Being gay isn't special and isn't bad. Everyone, when I say being gay isn't special, everyone freaks out about that. It's like, no, it's not good or bad. It's not special or not special. It's just ordinary. It's like, oh, your eyes are blue. You're not going to spend a whole show being like, oh, your eyes are blue. You're so stunning and brave. I love you. You're so brave. And they're not going to be like, you're so evil for being blue-eyed. It's just like, yeah, it's an attribute to a character that can have good scenes derived from that attribute, and some interesting character ideas come from it, but it is not the culmination of a character. A single attribute is not the culmination of a character. And that's why a lot of these gay characters that have come out in recent years in these types of TV shows have been so empty, because the writers see them as like, this is the gay one. All right, what does this character care about? What are her goals? What are her motivations? Or what type of character is she? What type of person is she? She's gay. I know, but give us a little bit more. Does she, she play sports? She love her family? Does she this? Does she? She's gay. She's perfect. That's not a character. That's an empty cutout of a propaganda figure. No, I want complex characters. If that comes in the form of diverse characters too, more power to them. Absolutely happy for that. But complex, good characters comes first, and they do not understand that. And it's just driving me crazy as a writer myself. I've written a lot of woke and progressive stories. There is literally a major transgender arc in the first book of my series that literally is essential to the shape of the world over the course of the next 4 books, and may or may not save humanity. But it's not the transgender part that's important. Pisses me off to see such incompetent writers get overwhelmed by such superficial material. After all, Sarah mentioning her exploration of her sexuality only came by her cheating on Jordan and then lying to him. So yeah, they're probably like, it's negative, that's bad too. She cheated on him. So they're saying gay is bad. It's like, no, they're not saying gay is bad. She's just going through something. Not a big deal. They need to calm the fuck down. So yeah, they just go more in detail into the situation and cry a little bit more about like, we need diversity, but you did it wrong. There's no satisfying these people. Even like Batwoman, I've seen criticism for not being woke enough for. And 355 got criticism for not being woke enough. It's never enough. You can never go far enough when it comes to identity politics and these types of situations. You bend over backwards to make the most wokest characters imaginable. They're going to find something that's not woke enough about them. And it's a no-win scenario. So you should rather try to satisfy the fans that are actually paying and are actually interested and actually love these franchises by making good, compelling stories with good, compelling story arcs and plots that intrigue the audience rather than this gazies is gazies. And she's like purposes literally the plot of Batwoman. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Anon. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.